yeah, I'm just sending out a stream announcement, and then we'll get going. Okay. Sushi Go Party's live on BGA, which is exciting. I'm a big fan of drafting games, and I think this is a very good drafting game. And this is probably the right way to do this. So our set here, I have a ton of dumplings in hand. This random menu here, I could try to go for the onigiri collection, but it's kind of all in my hand. Like, I really dislike this starting hand. I'm unimpressed with it. I actually don't know what to do here. I think I could try to go for some big dumpling collection, I guess. Otherwise, try for the onigiri stuff. I'll just take the dumplings. The onigiri is a little better growth rate, but they both are very similar set collection ideas. It does look like we might be going nowhere here. Looks like there's a player that's not here. So, looks like we're gonna wind up kicking somebody, which is a bummer, but this is what happens when you sign up for a game and you don't pay attention. Wow, I mean, they play a ton of games. 1,200 games? Alright, they showed up. Cool. Good. Alright, there is another onigiri, but I don't really care. Other people played strong cards to start. All that makes sense. I think we're just going on dumpling attack. I don't feel great about it. I don't think it's the strongest way to play, but T makes the dumpling attack a little better too. If we could get a T, and if we are, although there's not that many dumplings left. We saw 4 dumplings in our opening hand. Now we see 2. There's still 23 cards left in the deck, and I think there's only 8 dumplings in the deck. Yeah, there's only 8 dumplings. So that's not a good sign for our dumpling spree, actually. There's only 2 dumplings that could be in the other hands, and could just be 2 of them in the deck. So this might not go well. But scoring is hard here. This is not a good setup to score much with. And unfortunately, this person's also going dumplings. That's miserable. This person also going dumplings is very annoying. It's not good for me. Arena Sushi Go Party does not change the pass direction. I'm tempted to go ice cream here also. God, there is a lot of onigiri and nobody's gone for it yet, which is also unfortunate. Somebody already scored the first uramaki, so I don't think there's a lot of value in that. I'm going to take the ice cream. But yeah, somebody else going dumplings right after me is just annoying. Neither of us are going to have great dumplings. God, there's so much uramaki. I'm just taking a 2-point salmon here. I don't, love that, but I don't love anything here. I'm just taking 2-point salmon. I'm going to get a dumpling back here. There's no tea in the deck, which is unfortunate. There was one special order. Which, this guy's special ordering a dumpling? Oh my god, he's a madman. I can't believe he special orders a dumpling. I mean, I guess it's going to work out for him because he's going to get another dumpling back. But, when he committed to dumplings, he had no clue this was going to work. Also, yeah, this onigiri stuff's working pretty well for Lauden because nobody else went for it, so that's a bummer. I really don't care about fighting for uramaki. I'm just going to do this. I think I'm getting past an ice cream here, so that's something at least. Yeah, get another ice cream. So I have 2 ice creams, and I'm sitting in front of the only other person collecting ice cream. Here, it does look like 4 uramaki is going to earn 2 points, and in Sushi Go Party you share ties, so this is just a 2-point card. And I'm not sure that the edamame is. I don't remember how many edamames are left. Oh, dang, I was getting a 4 uramaki. Well, but then he was going to get a 4 uramaki. I might have played that end wrong, but a 12-point round compared to Lauden, but I have 2 ice creams, so I'm very tied here as long as I get more ice creams. Oh, this guy got 20, though. That's a problem. Okay, so we see onigiris again. There is a T this round. I have access to 5 uramaki here, though. 5 uramakis are strong, because if you get 2 of them, you can get the 8 points. Also, 3-point squid is very good, though. So this is a little tricky. The player right in front of me liked to go for the Uramaki points, so that makes it a little harder to get them myself. So I might just let other people fight for these and just take the guaranteed 3-point card and not be too sad about it. Yeah, lots of people are going for the 5s that are Uramaki. I think I'm glad that I just got out of that. Wow, this pack sucks. This pack is garbage. I could go for Onigiri, but Lauden's also going for Onigiri. So I guess I'm just going back for dumpling sprees. There's no dessert for me for some reason because the game hates me here. Like, ugh. This is not the round to Sushi Go Party I was after. Here's all the ice cream and the dumpling, but I want ice cream. I'm gonna take one here. I definitely need to score the ice cream by the end of the game. I need 4 of them, so I think it's too risky to try to. I think it's too risky. Anything that comes back is great out of this pack. Dumplings or salmon are great for me. Dessert is great. Like this pack is great for me. But it's a little sad because just anything that comes back is good for me. And unfortunately, I can't say the same about the other packs. Oh, but there's another ice cream at least. So I'm actually done with ice cream. So that part's at least good. This tea is worth at least 2 points, but this is a 2-point dumpling that could make future dumplings better. Not sure how many more dumplings I'm getting, but it's probably correct to just do this. I could just cut the 2-point salmon, though, and make my opponent's hands worse. That's also a decent argument here, is just take the 2-point salmon and make my opponent's futures worse. I'm getting 1 card back out of this pack, actually. What am I getting back? Whatever I get back is actually pretty good, except this Onigiri, but this player should take the Onigiri. So maybe I do take the salmon because it's pretty likely I'm going to get a last pick dumpling then, I think. I'm almost out of time too. Gotta be faster at this game. Gotta be faster. Here, this Uramaki is worthless, so that's an easy pick. We just take an egg. Everybody's getting a garbage card here, so whatever. Whatever. That did get played. That's a good sign. The person in front of me is also doing dumpling shenanigans. That part's a little less good, but I get a dumpling here. I don't need any more ice cream, which is actually the slight downside of already collecting 4 ice cream is that I no longer need any ice cream, so I gotta keep ignoring them. This card is worthless, so that's unfortunate. I'm not getting a last pick dumpling. I'm getting a last pick edamame. Okay, I mean, getting a last pick 2-point card's okay. This round was okay for me, but not great. Yeah, I scored 11. Lauden got 18. Yeah, Lauden is slightly ahead of me now. Only by like a point, I think, though, because I have 12 points of dessert banked. But yeah, so I'm 2 points behind Red and I'm 1 point behind Lauden, but they're both. This player's not drafted as well, apparently, but who knows? I could go for big Onigiri and hope to win that way, but I think just taking 3-point cards is very safe. Start with 3-point cards and see what else happens. Now I think the answer is to start trying to be the Onigiri guy. I could easily get screwed on that, but like, what else can I do? Once again, Soja Bunny looks like he's gonna get the double 5 Uramakis, which is like great. Obviously, if you get to play 2 cards for 4 points, you're in a great position. But like, you have to be in position to be able to do that, which is not always a thing that happens. All right, Onigiri is at least okay for me here. Getting 1 more Onigiri would be dreamy, but now they're getting picked right in front of me. Oh, but there's still another one. Okay, well, this is great. This is pretty good. There is 1 more, I was gonna say there was 1 more Onigiri in my opening pack, but it wasn't the right thing anyhow. Lauden had to play 3 cards to win Uramaki, so that makes it significantly less good. This is just a 3-point T. I love 3-point cards. Yeah, I like 3-point cards. Whatever I get last is at least worth a point, so that's good. This round's going pretty well for me. Here I could go for the dumpling, although 1 edamame already got played. There's a decent chance that this is at least a 2-point edamame, and it maybe even turns into 3. Probably not, but I think that's good. This is all absolute garbage. This pack's garbage for me. I could cut. Cutting green tea doesn't hurt anybody though, so. Alright. The edamame, not quite going how I wanted it to. I really hope Lauden plays an edamame here. It helps me out a little bit. I guess it helps out Soja Buddy, but yeah, lots of edamames getting played. Soja Buddy's having a very good game. Probably is going to win. I'm guessing Soja Buddy wins the game. Oh wow, Hibbalicious won the game at the end? What? Wow, I thought he was behind, but because he also had dessert. Wow, yeah, stupidly close game, actually. Everybody's within 1 point. Wow, 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 wow. That's crazy close. I don't even know what tiebreaker is in this game, but apparently there's a tiebreaker. It must be dessert cards. Yeah, it's number dessert cards. Wow, that's a crazy Sushi Go Party game to be that tight. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of how Sushi Go Party goes. All the cards are very close to equivalent, so like, dang, I don't know if I've seen a game like that. So, I'm gonna pop in the key one more time and see if I get another game. Hopefully with a slightly more interesting set. If I don't, I might play something else. Might not. We'll see. Or not. I might play different game. I'm very likely to play a different game. I don't have time for Agricola today, but I can play a couple other shorter things. So, that's kind of the plan. Um, Basically, otherwise, my goal over the next couple weeks is just to play some more games to get in like prep for WBC. I'll be going to WBC and yeah, just gonna try to practice some of those games. So like, I could play Puerto Rico, although 3-player Puerto Rico is not important to me. I would play 2-player St. Petersburg also doesn't matter to me. I would play 4-player, so I might try to get 4-player games of those going here though. Trying to think of what other stuff happens at WBC. Oh, but we might get another Sushi Go Party quickly, which would be good. I'd like another shot. That Sushi Go Party was not what I was hoping for, but yeah. Just saying that was a close game, sheesh. Oh yeah, I mean, hello. Yeah. No, that was a crazy close game. Again, Sushi Go Party like kind of stays close because all the cards are like pretty similar in value. That's kind of a feat. That's kind of how a lot of Phil Walker Harding's games go. Like, I think he designs games such that almost all the choices have very similar point values, much like Imhotep, right? Like, you're basically going to score points no matter what you do, and you're just trying to find slight edges. And I don't necessarily mind that, though. I think there's a lot of interesting games that can work in that thing. But yeah, I mean, Sushi Go Party still normally has slightly wider differences than that. That was wild. Um, I really don't even know what I was supposed to do either to get more points, right? That's kind of what's wild. Like, it's hard to figure out how anybody was supposed to do better there. But it was a good game. Hoping to get one more and then maybe something else, but anyhow, hey Merrick, happy Thursday indeed. We're hoping to get a game of Sushi Go Party here at Arena. You've never played Party, but you've played Sushi Go. Yeah, so I mean they're basically the same game. The major difference with Party is that each game you get a slightly different menu. So base game Sushi Go, you always have wasabi, you always have chopsticks, you always have sashimi, you always have tempura. This game has like stuff that can go in place of that. So instead of having chopsticks, you might have a menu, you might have a spoon. Instead of sashimi, you might have eel, you might have
tofu. So basically, like, there's just different way. Like, there's just a bunch of different cards and they score, and so every game you can randomize the menu. So I think it's really fun because uh, base Sushi Go, you play a few times, then you kind of quickly have almost an algorithm for how to play each hand. You know, you kind of look at the cards, you're like, oh, this is that. I think slightly mixing up the menu each game is really interesting because yeah, you now you have to like think about slightly different ways of how you're going to value cards. There's slightly different things to go after. Um, so I don't know. I just think mixing it up like that's really interesting. But otherwise, it's the same basic, easy to understand drafting game. Like Sushi Go Party also allows you to go up to 8 players, but I wouldn't play at that high of a count because I think drafting games are kind of dumb at that high of counts. Like I think part of drafting games is trying to predict what you're gonna get back and like working that into your draft decisions. But when you play games at like 7 or 8 players, like Seven Wonders, like you never see the hands back, and so I don't like that. You had no idea what the difference was. That's probably really fun then. You love drafting games. Yeah, if you love drafting games and you like Sushi Go, you should definitely check out Party. Like, I think it'd be surprising not to like it. I'm surprised how long the arena wait times are. I'm assuming it's just because a lot of people haven't moved over, but Sushi Go is like crazy popular arena wise. Like 4,000 games played by nearly 2,000 players. Like you would imagine that a lot of these would be happy to play Sushi Go Party. The game plays in like the same time length. It's basically the same game. Sushi Go Party was just released a few days ago, so that's kind of I think the big issue. A lot of people aren't 100 elo yet probably, but there's like nothing happening. I can't even get an arena game at the moment, right? Like, well, a lot of 3 of us from last game are waiting. Oh, and somebody just showed up. I will hide this for a sec, Lawton. But yeah, good game last game. I assume you're running off. I mean, I guess seeing my opening hand's not that much, but all right. So this time we have a fruit dessert. I think fruit is crazy powerful. I will be drafting every fruit card I see. It's actually one of my biggest complaints about the party version is that I think fruit is just strictly better than everything else. We also have onigiri. You want to find unique shapes. Based on how many unique shapes you score, you get points. Tofu is weird in that your first one is 2 points, your second one gets you up to 6 points, and if you collect any more than that, you get 0. So you're trying not to get 3 or more tofu. Miso soup, you get 3 points if you play it, but if anybody else plays a miso soup at the same time you do, they all get discarded. So that sucks. Menu, you get to find 4 cards from the deck and grab that. This opening hand is like quite good. I could go for the Uramakis. Uh, 2 Uramaki for 4 points like each is like very good. The first person to have 10 Uramaki gets 8 points. So like I'm tempted by that. We also have special orders. Yeah, I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna claim I can get another. Wow, and all my opponents know to play fruit cards though. That's unfortunate. That's not a good sign, team. All my opponents knowing to play fruit cards, but I can at least special order this and win. But everybody being able, and I get to take the special order out, which I think is very important. But yeah, I think fruit's very strong. Also planned to draft any fruit card I saw, so the fact all my opponents are also doing that's yeah, a bit of a bummer. There's also a lot of onigiri I've been seeing. Somebody's gonna have a good onigiri game. Uh, and my opponents do start going for onigiri. Lawton gets tons of fruit cards because, of course, why not? How many miso soups have we seen? Is anybody playing a miso soup this round? There's still a squid in Lawton's hand, so he's playing that. There was no miso soup in my last hand. So it's really just, is this hidden hand going to play a miso soup? And they could, but I'm going to risk it. I'm going to try a 3-point card here. I get away with it. Wow, there was so much fruit. This is so unlucky. So this is really annoying. The fruit is very strong, and my opponent saw all the goddamn fruit, and I saw none of it. And that's just dumb. Like, so this is where I think Sushi Go Party does have an issue. I think fruit's just strictly better. And I had no chance at it this game. And these players all got a bunch of fruit as second and third picks. Like, boo. I really don't want to pass this to Soja Buddy, but I kind of don't want to de-draft it. But I guess the alternative is risking a miso soup here, and I don't really want to do that. I will just cut this out. Miso soup would have worked, though. That's unfortunate. I am definitely going to menu here. Menu might give me a fruit, which would be great. If I don't get a fruit, I probably find something good. regardless. Like another onigiri at this point is 3 points. A fruit card is great if I find it. Although there's literally no fruit cards left in the deck, actually. At 4 players, you deal 5 fruit cards into the first deal, and then you get 3 in the second deal get added, and then 2 in the finals. Yeah, actually, I can't find a fruit card, which is unfortunate. These fruit cards are just crazy valuable because they always have 2 images of fruit on them, and if you don't have, like, each type of fruit scores. So I'm currently at -6 on dessert. Like, pretty much every fruit card is like 3 or 4 points. Lawton just got, yeah, that's annoying. My menu at least found a squid, which is great. It also found this onigiri, though. Although I don't think there's any more onigiri coming. I'm just gonna. Well, I guess these are both 3-point cards, but this 3-point card maybe lets me play a 5-point card later. Maybe. Probably doesn't, but. Here I'll take a tofu happily. I don't think I'm getting shafted with a third tofu. Like I think it's very unlikely I get 3 tofus at this point. So first tofu is 2 points. If I get another tofu, it's great. Now here's where a better memory would be great. Am I getting another tofu anytime soon? I think not. So I think I'm taking this, but this is risky because I could get screwed if another tofu happens, but I judge that I'm behind. My opponent's having so many fruit cards and all correctly grabbing fruit first is really a problem for me. Like it's not clear I'm gonna get fruit this game. I have no clue if anybody else has a miso soup here either because I haven't been card tracking well, but I gotta try for miso soup here. If I get canceled by somebody, I get canceled by somebody, but my alternative is to get 1 point. Like, I may as well risk for 3 points, especially if I think I'm slightly behind. The miso soup works. Please not a tofu. It is not a tofu. Excellent. All right. This is a pretty good round then, ultimately. Yeah, I scored 16, but wow, Soja Buddy scored 18. And Soja Buddy has a dessert card. Oh wait, but that didn't count my 8. That didn't count my 8 points. Never mind. I had a huge round. I had a really good round because I had the initial 8 points from Uramaki. So I'm still in a pretty good spot here. I mean, like, it's not great because I'm so negative on dessert. I'm snapping dessert, much like everybody else. Snap dessert. That dessert card's 4 points. Like, you love you some miso soup. Nice. This hand does have 2 miso soups and 3 tofus. It's mostly we want to keep track of who has miso soups going. Some people are going for onigiri and miso soup got played. That's fine. I think I'm taking this 5 uramaki here. There's not a lot else that interests me. Yeah, I'm going to take the 5 uramaki. Lots of onigiri getting split. That's wonderful for me to see. I highly approve. I get to special order the uramaki again. God, I could special order my dessert, though. Wow, special ordering the dessert is also pretty good. Although it takes me from 1 symbol of each of these types to 2. This dessert's not that important to get another one of. And this denies. This makes sure nobody else is getting the 8 points of uramaki. So I think this is great. Unfortunately, Soja Buddy could find an uramaki and tie me. We got multiple menus, but they each just found 3 points. That's fine. I get to snap the 8 points. That's great. There is huge chances that the miso soup backfires here. There's lots of miso soups in multiple hands. I think I'm just taking 2 points and gonna be happy. I'm actually in a better spot than I thought. How is Party different from just regular Sushi Go? They're the same games. The only difference is that you randomize the menu. So there are 3 different role types. We're playing with Uramaki, but there also you could play a game that has the original role type Maki, or you could play a game that has Tamaki. There are 8 different appetizers. You play with 3 of them. There are 8 different specials. You play with 2 of them. So the specials in the original are like chopsticks and wasabi. This round, we instead have menus and special orders. The dessert in the original is pudding. This game, we're playing with fruit. But otherwise, yeah, it's the same. I still think miso soup is crazy dangerous to go for. I'm gonna, wow, wait, although, okay, here's the tough part. I could get tofu as my last card, so this is a little dangerous. I don't necessarily want to take another tofu card, because the last card of the game I get could be a tofu, and then I would get no points. Because again, you can't get a third tofu. You can have two tofu is great. You get 6 points. You really want two tofu, but another tofu would be bad. I'm once again just going to take a salmon rather than risk miso soup. Miso soups are going to start canceling for people almost guaranteedly. I'm very happy to take guaranteed points. I mean, I would have canceled Lauden's miso soup there, so like there's that, but this tofu is dangerous. Lauden currently has a hand that has a tofu, a salmon, and a miso, or something like that. And I could get tofu last pick of the game here if I take a tofu now. Although that's really unlikely. Both of my opponents want a tofu. Like, both Lauden and Red want a tofu. So the chance that they pass me a tofu last is pretty unlikely here, and I just don't want more uramaki. They're basically worthless. Not that they're worthless, but they're not going to give me the same thing. Miso's cancel. Excellent. I am in slight danger here. Red could shaft me by not... Red definitely has a tofu in hand, and they could shaft me here by passing me tofu. But they do take the 4-point tofu themselves. Ideal, ideal. I just get an egg. That's fine. That's fine. I have a 12-point round, plus I was first to that, so I had a 20-point round, plus I got a dessert card, the only dessert card. I'm doing excellent here. This is great. This is really good. I'm in a very strong spot, I think. Like, yeah, I'm at 44 points, and I have dessert. Yeah, this looks really good for me. All right, this dessert card turns out to only be 2 points. There's a lot of 5 uramakis in this hand. But I've had really good fortune just getting the 5 uramakis out of the way. It turns out this fruit card doesn't matter much to me. I'm going to go for the 5 uramakis again. If I get a special order, I can't win it. I don't find the special order. I don't get rewarded. But this fruit card is a 3-point fruit card. And it could be worth even more if I pass it to somebody else. So now I do take fruit out. I mean, there's also 3-point squid, which is great, but Lauden gets the 8-point uramaki, so that's a bummer for me. Gosh, I really want a miso soup in this hand, but it's so dangerous. I'm just going to menu. There's a pretty good chance I get at least 2 points off a menu card, and I might get 3. Well, that menu is a little underwhelming. I'll take a tofu. Obviously, there's nothing else there, but that menu wasn't quite the dream. I could menu again. Yeah, I'm just gonna menu again. The chance of like hitting a dessert or something is too dreamy. Or just hit a 3-point squid. That's good. Hey, Heroic Logic, party indeed. Party. I think I'm going to win this game of Sushi Go Party, though. It still looks quite good for me. I'm, like, very ahead. I'm scoring points. Like, those early Uramakis were great. One of these 5... So this locks in my 5 points of Uramaki. For getting second place on Uramaki. That's probably the play here. Yeah, I'm just going to lock that in. All right. There you go, Loki. Sorry, I got distracted talking through that decision. I think just locking in this 5 points for second place is fine. It's not really what I want to do. Wow, Lauden is getting away with all these miso soup calls. I don't remember if I'm going to get another tofu this game. I can't really risk it. I'm just going to take the 2 points. I think not risking anything is correct for me here. I think I win the game if I'm just not risky. Including I'm not going to be risky on miso soup here. Just going to take 2-point cards. I'm definitely giving slight value to others, but I'm like very ahead in points. A lot of, I mean, has some extra dessert points on me, but not even that many extra dessert points on me. Did I get a 2-point card last? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've won this game by a decent margin. Yeah, I do win the game. By a decent margin. I mean, by 5 points, 7 points over Lonan. So yeah, that went well. I mean, the weakest player was passing to me, I guess you could say. So that's something. But that was a good solid win there. Good win for Team Us. So I guess fruit's not everything. Although I still think fruit's pretty important. A couple of fruit cards goes a long ways, but nobody was allowed to get insane numbers of fruit cards, so that it kind of works out. What really went well for me was those Uramaki points. Getting the 8 points of Uramaki on both of the first 2 rounds, getting to play 2 cards for 4 points was really good. And then the rest of this card set mostly just gave me pretty consistent points. Basically everything you played was 2 or 3 points. And so yeah, I just got to sneak the Uramaki points. And I got a couple desserts when I needed them. Had good rounds with tofu too, and never got screwed on tofu. Turns out if I card counted a little better, I definitely should have taken the second tofu, but someone has to explain to you how miso soup's a good 2-player card. It seems awful for 2-player, but I don't understand. Is it in this like suggested menu for 2-player or something? I wouldn't play Sushi Go Party 2-player anyhow. I feel like drafting games at 2 is very weird and annoying. I guess it's fine, but eh. I like multiplayer dynamics too much, but that was the 2-player. The 2-player menu has miso soups. Yeah, no, that does seem dumb. I'm not interested in that, but I like 4-player. I'm glad that this is happening. I hope that Arena starts to grow. I would love to be able to just like be able to play Sushi Go Party in Arena pretty freely. So yeah, hopefully we continue to get some more of this crowd playing Sushi Go Party, so that I can get Sushi Go Party games a lot easier than I have been. But we'll see. All right, we're gonna go peek at some Puerto Rico tables. Can I get a 4-player Puerto Rico game? It looks like I can. Oh heck yeah, that was fast. Classic, balanced, off. Hell yes, let's do it. All right. You're not a huge fan of the menus necessarily. You like the game a lot, though. You have a copy. I have the copy too. I don't really care about the menus. I just want random. Give me random all the time. Hasky, and you haven't. You barely played for 2 players. Yeah. All right, we're in Puerto Rico. We are first seat. I am a lame person, and I'm just gonna take the first round quarry. God, there's actually 2 corn plantations. That's wild. I think corn's also very good early, but I'm not gonna get one because the person after me will settle if I just build a small market. Yes, screw it. Let's just take the quarry. Settle for the quarry. Boop. This is a good one. Puerto Rico's an oldie but goodie. Absolutely, it is indeed. I'm trying to do a little bit of practice for WBC. So, is quarry not still the road opening? I think quarry is generally still the opening most people go with, but I don't personally believe you have to go settle quarry. I don't think you have to settle quarry. I think you could. I think you could build first action if you want to. Wow, prospector in seat 2. That's fun. I mean, seat 2 has a lot of issues. It can be hard to play share 2. So prospector round 1 is a really interesting move. Yeah, that's fun. That's interesting. I like it. Wow, and then mayor. Wow, builder gets taken. Wow, builder's gonna get taken last. And I get to man my quarry before builder gets taken? Well, this is huge. This is huge. I get to man my quarry before builder gets taken? Hell yeah. I mean, I assume this is gonna be builder from purple, but maybe I'm completely out of the meta loop. No, we're selecting builder. Hell's yeah, team. We can just buy a small market for free. Yes, please. I would like a free small market. This is great. When and where is WBC? Excellent question. So WBC is the World Board Game Championships. It's a very grandiose name for my favorite gaming convention. It is a week-long gaming convention, as you just found, that runs from July 23rd to the 31st, so actually like 9 days. And it's just a ton of board games. They run tournaments in about 150 different games. There's a big open gaming area. I went in 2018, 2019. 20 the last 2 years. The last 2 years it hasn't been run. Indeed, it's in Pennsylvania. It's kind of in Nowhereville, Pennsylvania, to be fair. But yeah. Anyhow, we opened this round with a settler for a quarry, and more corn got taken by others. I will take a tobacco here. I'm not that far away from being able to build a tobacco plantation early. Yeah, I don't really care about the others, so this is fine. Anyhow, it's a great gaming convention. I highly encourage others to check it out. Anyhow, the point is, I am slightly practicing certain games over the next 2 months to try to just refresh myself a little, because I will, for example, play in a Puerto Rico tournament. And so, yeah. I can just build here. I can just build a tobacco storage here, can't I? Wait a second. Green has a good start with 3 corn. Yeah, I agree. I like Green's 3 corn, but he has no money. I think money is a much bigger issue. I mean, he has a construction hut, so he's eventually gonna get quarries, but I don't care. I think this is just build, right? Build a tobacco plantation. This is great for me. Build tobacco. Next round we get to man it with people and then start producing tobacco to trade. Yeah, this is too good. This is too good. This is good. A lot of my opponents don't even want to build here. Excellent. I'm in a great spot. Very rare to see somebody use their quarry in round one. Yeah, I don't totally. That was an interesting order of actions that got taken. But these players are all reasonably strong. So, like, Green's problem is they didn't get the small market. I don't think that's actually a big issue. I don't think Green needs a small market. I think Green just is going to need to find ways to generate money this game, which, we'll see if they actually do or not. I mean, they got $2 captain there, which can't be bad, but I will happily take a 1 coin mayor or a 2 coin prospector. I probably lean toward taking the mayor first so I could actually man my tobacco plant. Like, I need workers. But I'm assuming purple takes it. Wow, no, purple decides he needs $1 instead of the extra dude. That's fine by me. I need the extra dude more. Boop, boop, boop. Man, that's... do I man my small market instead of my quarry? No. I want to keep the quarry manned so that I can build a free indigo if somebody else builds. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to trade yet, so this is fun. You were thinking they could sell corn. They could also ship corn. Yeah, I mean, Green's just shipping corn. Green's getting an early victory point lead. Like, Green's not. Green is gonna have a good shipping game. I'm gonna try for more of a buildy trading game, but we'll see what my opponents take as actions. Like, that's part of what's gonna matter for me. Also, 2 of my opponents built construction huts, which, like, they kind of don't want to take settler because they want to draft on other people's settle actions. So that'll be interesting too to see who's actually taking settler later. Apparently, right now we're taking settler, so I might get this corn. This might go quarry, and I might get this corn, which is crazy. Oh my god, yes. Okay, well, my opponents are being very kind. I would argue. I would argue my opponents are being very kind. I am not sad about things at all yet. I would love to see Craftsman into Trader this round. That would be incredible, but we're going to start with Builder. Yeah, that's fine. I will build me a free small indigo. Although the real question is if I even bother crafting here. Because if I craft, I think the odds that Trader gets taken is very low. I think somebody's going to just captain away my... I think somebody's very likely to captain away my tobacco. If I try that. Yeah, I mean, exactly. If somebody doesn't captain, I win. So, like, if I craft here, I think it's incredibly likely, exceedingly likely, that we captain. But I might just not care. Craftsman has $1 on it. Worst case, I just ship an extra tobacco. Maybe I just don't care if I'm shipping tobacco here.
Hey, Crix. Yeah, Puerto Rico. 17 months. That's crazy. I've been streaming that long. Thanks so much for subbing that whole time. That's wild. That's like crazy cool, dude. I hope being a father's fun. I hope you're still able to watch streams occasionally. Okay, this is a tough decision point. Crafting is like decent, but I think it's very likely what we're crafting gets shipped. But one of the downsides we have is that Purple did just set up tobacco right in front of us. So my ability to actually trade the tobacco is going to be very sketchy long term because Purple's going to be making tobacco right in front of me now. Also, Red does have a small market. Oh, but Red can't sell anything because Red doesn't make indigo. Oh, God. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to be allowed to trade this. But I guess I just don't care. I guess I just don't care. I'm not going to be allowed to trade it, and yet I think it's still fine to force somebody to captain these goods. It is fun, not as conducive to playing board games, yeah. Shipping happens right away, very expected. I'm being forced to ship. We will just fill up a big boat with tobacco. It's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna open next round with like a 2 coin trader or a 2 coin prospector and be happy enough. But yeah, we're like never actually gonna be allowed to trade this tobacco because purple is gonna wind up. Purple's also gonna be trying to trade tobacco. I mean, this might be an office game for me actually. It might be okay to buy an office. Yeah, I'm gonna open like oh mayor gets taken. Interesting. Let's okay. You can never remember how many colonists you get. If there are 6 available, does the person using the space get 2 or do they get 3 and the others get 2 1? Okay, so whoever takes it starts on themselves and deals them out clockwise. So if there are 6 on there, the person that takes it gets 2, the person after them in turn order gets 2, and the other 2 players get 1 each. And then your privilege for taking the action yourself is that you get to take a colonist from the supply. So generally, if there are 6 on the boat, what it really looks like is 3, 2, 1, 1. Mayor gets +1 on the colonist, the number of the spaces go clockwise. Yep, exactly. Okay, so there is a 2 coin trader. Do I want to block that? I think the answer is I do want to block this rather than blocking Prospector. Uh, yeah, somebody else can take Prospector. We'll block Trader. Um, if Builder gets taken, I will build an office. I will happily build an office here. I think that's actually going to be pretty good this game. All the quarries are getting depleted pretty rapidly. All these people with construction huts and things. Like, I'm very uncertain about Red going for a 3rd quarry, for the record. I basically don't believe in. Occasionally, 2 quarries is fine, but I really don't believe in additional quarries. Nobody's going coffee yet. I could just try to get coffee going, I guess, actually, is the alternative here. I'm 1 coin short of coffee though, but if nobody else has a coffee plantation, I guess I'm gonna go coffee instead of sugar there. But yeah, I'm very dubious about 3. I'm very dubious about 3 quarry strats. I don't think it's a good use of actions or time, but I mean we'll see. But I am very dubious. It looks like no trades are happening again for a while, so we're just gonna man these production buildings. Producing goods has got to be good. Who are the Puerto Rico experts at WBC? Um, David Platnick. David Platnick has the most laurels lifetime at WBC. I honestly don't even know who else is like the WBC experts. But let's go find out. 2019. Let's go see what happened at Puerto Rico at WBC. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Puerto Rico. Micah McCormick won, which makes sense. He's a great player. Oh, and Mike Coltman did well. Cool. Rob Murray's a great player at a lot of things. All right, lifetime laurels. David Platnick. Very good. Barb Flaxington was good, but hasn't done anything since 2010. It looks like the competition's been probably pretty competitive.
Alex Bove is very good at a lot of things. This is Mod 2. Shadow's incredibly good at a lot of games. Probably the best Agricola player. Ben Shaw's very good at Agricola and other things. John Weber's great a lot. So, meh. A lot of just generically strong players is also what I'm seeing. But yeah. You like the office here. It gives us a lot of flexibility. We can lead build or ship and be okay. It's not common, which is fun. Yeah, I agree. It's not common. And I think it is a lot of fun here. I think I have the money for office, and the coffee roaster just got built by a guy that has no coffee plantations. That's always fun. Like, see, if you're going for a coffee, God, I don't know. I don't believe in what some others are gonna do. Let's do the office though. Yeah, I'm gonna commit to it. It's fun. You wondered if Shadow plays online? Not really. Shadow doesn't play a lot online. I think the office is fun here. This is good. Um, this game is honestly like people are being very skimpy here. You think Red's just forcing builder? I mean Red's clearly forcing builder. You don't. Wow, wait. We get to trade here? I mean, sure. Thanks for the craftsman, bro. I will trade here. Everything else sucks. I mean, I'm sad that my small market isn't banned, but like I could mayor also, but like I don't need to mayor at this moment. I will happily trade here. Nobody else gets anything good from this action, really. Like, and I have money again. This is fine. This is totally fine. The trading house is gonna get gunked up here probably too. Like, I mean, we'll see. I guess it's possible that both red and purple trade, but if I'm red, I don't know if I trade here. I think I'd be very tempted as red to let the trading house get gunked, but nope, it's not. All right. Hey George Trout. Well, yeah, we're practicing a bit for WBC, but this game is a bit wild, which to be fair is excellent practice for WBC. It's excellent practice for WBC because wild is very much what happens. So trying to like predict what's going to happen in games. Wow, another 3 quarry player. I think this is crazy. I think all these players don't know actually how to run a shipping strat is what I'm seeing. Like you have 3 corn plantations and you could have taken a 4th and instead you took another quarry. What are you doing? You're not going to win this game by building. You could win this game by shipping, but building is not how you're winning. But whatever. I'm just taking another tobacco here. Producing more tobacco and shipping tobacco is totally fine. And I'm not able to get corn here, which is what I'd really want to run a shipping game. I mean, alternatively, I take the sugar and eventually I try to build a harbor and a sugar mill. That's pretty good also, but I think I'll just go for an extra tobacco production. Blue gets to trade sugar, then trades tobacco after. So yeah, blue clearly trades the sugar. I'm not sure red was supposed to trade indigo. Red gave up a thing for 1 coin, and they opened up the queue for others, which, like, I guess red's theory is they're eventually going to run coffee production and trade coffee, but they're so far behind. I think it's bad. Take the coffee to keep it from red. That's also an interesting point, Merrick. I just thought about that. I could have denied coffee. I could have kept denying coffee plantations to red. All right. I get to man my office anyhow. Sure. Wait, do I even need the office at the moment? God, I have a small market. I would like to produce this extra tobacco, but I don't have the workers. Yeah, whatever. This is fine. We're gonna have a game very fast here if people are gonna keep mayoring a lot and having open-ended buildings, and we're gonna go a builder-heavy strat. I'm in position to kind of do whatever though. This is fine. I'm still totally happy here. This office will be good long term. Like, and then I just try to get money to buy a harbor at this point because harbors are great. I don't know. You're taking the little one for a walk. Have fun. Good luck. Maybe you can teach me some cool Puerto Rico. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I know cool Puerto Rico stuff all that much, but all right. Do I captain here? If I captain, green is gonna trade a crap ton of corn. But that's fine. I get 3 points. Green gets 2 points. Meh. It doesn't interest me that much. I might just take 2 coins here. There are an insane number of colonists on the boards. I mean, people have been taking way too much mayor actions, George. Like, this game's going to be fast. None of these players know how to work with low colonists. None of these players know how to work without quarries. And none of these players know how to do shipping strats, is basically what I've figured out thus far. The only thing any of these players know how to do is set up cash crop, try to trade, try to build buildings, which is like fine. I'd really like to figure out a good way to ship here, but the problem is I didn't get corn plantations, which is like not the biggest deal, but it is hard to run a shipping strat here. I might just take the 2 coin prospector. There's really nothing wrong with 2 coins here. Nothing else actually seems good enough for me at the moment. There's a decent chance that red's gonna craftsman here in order to produce coffee. And then next round opens trader, which is like fine. I'll have tons of money and then I build. Like, I think that's fine. Actually, I don't want to take builder. I don't want to take builder this game really myself, right? Other people are going to take builder way too often because we have multiple 3 quarry players that are going to try to build way too much. Yeah, we do open trader very expectedly. I get to use my office though, so this is fine. This is fine. If I am green, I do not trade here. I would not trade as green. Everybody else is trading at much better values. Yeah, see, I think this is really a bad idea from green. If I'm in green's position, I win this game via shipping. I'm not winning this game via building. Everybody else is trading for more than me. I can ship for more than them. I would never open up the trading house here. Never, ever open up the trading house. You make everybody else suffer way too much. But whatever, that's what we did. I'm pretty sure I'm captaining here. I really don't care about building. Yeah, everybody else can build. I will take the captain points. I think I'm shipping a corn here. I kind of want to limit green's shipping ability just a little bit. There's a chance that I don't get to ship indigo this way, because purple might make a... So that I might be throwing 1 indigo overboard, but I'm never shipping this corn otherwise. I'm okay if I throw 1 indigo overboard. Yeah, there's a decent chance that purple decides to make a sugar ship, though, instead of an indigo ship. But that's okay. I mean, purple should make a sugar ship instead of a indigo ship, so... So that's not ideal, but it's okay. Alright, do I even build a harbor here? Do I try to build a harbor, or do I just also just go straight to big building? Wow, they did ship indigo. That's crazy kind. I have no idea why you choose to ship indigo there. Everybody else just gets more points than you. Why would you ship indigo instead of sugar? This game is wild to me. Like, but again, this is excellent practice for WBC. WBC heats tend to have like reasonably good players, but like they're gonna do stuff that you don't expect. They're like, so this is excellent practice because opponents keep throwing me for loops on what they're gonna do, which is making for like a tricky game to like try to be flexible and navigate. But I still like my position a lot here. I have tons of money. I can still do buildy things, and I can still do shipping things. Wow, red is still building a harbor here. Wow, and a harbor from green. I mean, harbors are great, but you guys have to actually click the ship button. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna build a factory then. I'm content to go factory and then eventually build a sugar mill, and like, sure, we can do that. We can just go that way. They want to keep their sugar to trade, you guess? I'm guessing you're correct, George, but that's just nonsense. You gotta ship your sugar there, like whatever. Like, you could just hit the craftsman button again for more money. All right, factory for purple. All right, the new question: do I actually want a factory? Do I just completely skip factories? Maybe skipping factory is correct. Maybe I skip wharf, I skip factory, I skip harbor, and I just go straight big building spam. I don't actually know if I'm trading enough to make that work. I'm actually really surprised red and green. I don't understand red and green strategies. They're trying to run 3 quarries, but they're also trying to run harbors, in which case you need to produce multiple types of goods, but they basically don't produce that many types of goods. I guess green kind of does. Maybe it works. Maybe this works. Maybe I'm going to be learning a thing or two yet still. What do I build here? I have so many options. I could be the guy that just does the guild hall spam, even though other people have 3 quarries. I mean, Guildhall's pretty strong. I don't have that many production buildings yet, and I only have one quarry. Oh, this is a weird. This is weird. I mean, the factory maybe is correct. I guess factory is correct. If all these people are going to be crafting a bunch in order to actually ship, I still will get a lot of money out of this factory. University, yeah. I mean, that's yeah. Thanks, buddy. The university is just an obvious no-touch building. It doesn't. It's not good. It's not good enough to touch. I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't do that. All right. I start next round. Whoops. I forgot that I start next round. What am I starting with? Probably just mayor? I'm probably married at the start of next round. I really want this factory to be manned. As long as I built a factory. Oh, but Green's gonna man it for me. All right, Green, sure. I will man my factory. I'd love to be producing an extra tobacco barrel. I just don't have the guys to do it. And that's fine. I don't need the guys to do it. All right, what am I opening with? Two coin prospector just because it's fine and I force everybody else to keep taking other actions? I don't want to take craftsman myself. I really don't. Like, I think I'm basically in the awkward position of I want to draft off my opponent's actions and not ever take anything to actually do anything for them for the most part. Build coffee? No, I'm not building a coffee. I'm never building a coffee. I don't think it's worthwhile. I already have a. I don't see how that ever pays out well enough. I'm not doing that. I think I'm just prospecting. I think I'm happy to just take a 2 coin action, honestly. Force everybody else to keep taking real actions. Hey, Craftsman gets taken. Who could have bet? Who could have seen that coming? Who could have ever seen that happening? Green's gonna take captain and make a. Yeah, well, God, why is red crafting? I don't know if red crafting actually benefits them enough either, though. To be honest, I'm not sure I would pick craftsman as red there. Like, what are you shipping as red here? Like, what are you possibly getting to ship? Green should just snap captain and make a corn boat. What about building Kefefe? Yeah, that's true. I didn't consider that. That's a good point. I didn't consider Kefefe. All right. Hey, look at exactly what happened. Okay, so the downside here is I am not going to get to. I'm not going to get to trade anything here. My tobacco is going away, but yeah, why would you hit Craftsman as red? I think this Craftsman from red was really bad. They have a single coffee barrel to show for their efforts. A single coffee barrel to show for their efforts. I would not have touched the Craftsman button, but we're still trading here? Why are we trading for red? Oh my god, these players are driving me nuts. I am not trading here. I am 100% ready for the trading house to look like garbage. Oh, except, okay, wait, there is an issue here. There is an issue. If I try to gunk up the trading house, somebody's gonna produce coffee and just trade coffee eventually, or not coffee, tobacco. Tobacco's gonna be wide open. Okay, with tobacco being wide open, I actually probably should just trade here. I think everybody might trade again. And if everybody doesn't trade again, it means green is going to gunk up the house. And if green wants to gunk up the house, that's probably fine. But it's still going to just make it good for blue. I can't predict these players though. Like why are we trading? Why is nobody building? Why is red hitting the craftsman button last round? Like I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I don't support it, but it happens. All right. What do I not need here? God, I really just want the game to go fast. Now, wait, do I need this guy? I do kind of need this guy. I probably want to build a big building here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Only 4 colonists. That's a bummer. Here comes a settler? A settler? Wow, we top decked a corn though. Well, that's good. I assume blue is taking builder, and then that's gonna leave me with just probably hitting prospector, because once again I refuse to actually do anything to help the table. I don't see how I actually benefit. I really don't see how I possibly benefit from hitting craftsman this round. So I'm pretty sure I'm last action in prospecting. You don't think you've seen Puerto Rico without the expansion? Oh, yeah. See, I actually don't really like the expansion for Puerto Rico. Pure base game Puerto Rico is still endlessly fascinating. It's great. Well, endlessly fascinating is a bit high, but it's still very interesting. It's totally good. This game's been wild and interesting as is. It doesn't need any changes. Doesn't need any changes for me to be constantly flabbergasted at what my opponents are up to. I am taking a sugar plantation here. Definitely taking a sugar plantation. I will build I'll build a sugar mill probably. Probably build a sugar mill. We'll see. You like the expansion for replayability? Our base game experience of God and Rote. I mean, if your base game experience are Rote, then I mean it's fine, right? Like, yeah. If you want to mix things up, go for it. Obviously, all of this is always all just personal preference and taste. So, all right, what just got taken there? What? We're building a small warehouse, buddy. It is way too late in the game to make small warehouses work. What are you dreaming? All right, this is baffling. Okay. I don't know what's happening in this game for reals. Everything keeps baffling me. I could just be the guild hall guy at this point. I can just build the guild hall here. I don't have that many production buildings going though. I'm very tempted to just build a sugar mill. You think I should start? I can build a big building here. Yeah, I mean that's a consideration. I expected it to be timed to go over big buildings. People have a ton of money. The problem is like what big building's good for me. That's the like slightly awkward part of my game. None of these big buildings are actually great for me. Sugar mill seems too slow. I think you're probably right. The sugar mill probably is too slow. So I'm just gonna build a big building, but then none of them are good. I probably just take the guild hall because it's the best one. Generally, I don't think we're gonna ship enough for customs house to be good. I am not filling my board, so the residence is not going to be good. The city hall could be okay, but it's unlikely to be better than guild hall. I'll just take the guild hall. Just take the guild hall, and then from here on out, I just try to build. I just try to build. I just try to build sugar mill. I try to build large indigo, large sugar. Wow, we're building a coffee and a wharf. I think these are way too slow, but good luck, everybody. I am prospecting. I am not doing these other things. You think shipping wasn't too bad for me? I think it's unlikely I'm shipping enough this game. But maybe. This game admittedly is like going slower all of a sudden than I would have thought, because we took a lot of mayors early, but now we're not doing some of the things I thought we were going to wind up doing. All I know is I'm never touching the craftsman button. Never touching the craftsman button. I don't make more than other players. I don't ship more than other players. Other players have harbors. Other players produce more because they got more corn. I will never touch the craftsman button. Absolutely refuse to touch the craftsman button. Absolutely will not touch craftsman button. I will take mayor and I will take builder to try to speed the game along to the end. I would like the game to be over soon. The game ending sooner rather than later is better. Denies other people. I mean, taking the guild hall denies other people too, though. The guild hall is like the best thing to spam for a builder. Like these people with all these quarries, spamming guild hall and spamming builder is great. That's your problem with Puerto Rico. There's almost never enough incentive to craftsman because it does not always benefit more than others than you though. That's the thing. It does not always go into that. Wow, we're building a coffee roaster. These people are crazy. Are we gonna craftsman this round? No, we're never crafting. I'm not gonna like. There are plenty of games where I will spam craftsman because it's so good for me. I think Gonzo, a big weakness of a lot of players is they won't touch craftsman. But for example, green, I think green should be spamming craftsmen. Like, they have all these corn plantations. They produce so much. They built a harbor. Like, they want shipping. They want crap. Yeah, we build a sugar mill. Sorry, I'm very distracted. Sugar mill is the clear build there. Clear build for me. Nothing else is good. But yeah, I'm never crafting. Never crafting. I'm just married here. I want the game to end. Now we need to take craftsman. Yeah, no. We take mayor. We're gonna man our sugar mill. Everybody else can man their shit. I don't care. It really does not bother me. They can all do their things. Green build just looks dumb because he has no way to get money to profit from his quarry. Look, these people took way too many quarries. They took way too many quarries, and they're not actually playing builder games. They when you take 3 quarries, it was very weird to see me. Like, to me, both of them going for harbors was very weird, because like they're set to build a lot, but harbor says you want to ship a bunch. Like, it's incongruous to me. So that's part of what's been so awkward this game, is like, I've become the builder guy, sort of. I have a guild hall, and I just want to build a bunch of tiny buildings and try to speed the game to an end. And I have an office, so I can always trade. But, like, I don't know. This game is wild. But all I know is, like, if nobody hits the craftsman button, I'm going to win the game. I have more points than anybody at the moment. I'm 100% sure that I'm ahead of everybody in points. Between my guild hall and just the fact that I truly have more points than anybody in buildings, I'm winning the game if the game ends instantly. So let's end the game. Yeah, sure. Like, last round, nobody touched craftsman? Good. Let's not touch craftsman. Let's just not touch craftsman. I agree. That's not going to work for these players, though. Like, somebody needs to be crafted, but it's not me. You would have expected something different from 300s? Yeah. This game is very weird. Trader gets taken first. So I just take a 2-coin captain here? Or do I just take mayor again? There's 11... Wait, there's 11 dudes on this space? Oh my god. Can we end the game? Can we just end the game very fast if I just spam mayor a bunch here? I mean, a lot of buildings are going to get filled up, so, like, it's going to take a while, but does mayor give me 4 right now? I'm going to get 4 guys if I take mayor, yeah. I don't know if that's great for me. I mean, taking 2... This captain is also very tempting. This captain's very tempting because it means nobody gets to ship this round, and I get 2 coins, and somebody else might mayor for me anyhow. 2 coins, nobody gets shipping points this round. That's actually really good for me also. Yeah, screw it. 2 coins and nobody else shipping this round is also very good for me. Next round I could trade. I could open trade next round. I'm not even sure I'm going to, but maybe. I only get 2 colonists. Oh no, only 2 colonists. Whatever shall I do? Actually, how much am I trying to end this game? I mean, mayor has to get taken before the game ends again. I think I want the game to continue to be fast, so I'm going to try to leave a couple spaces open. I'm not going to, like, man my guild hall yet. I would rather some more buildings be open so that more, more dudes come on board, but that's, everybody got full there. Everybody's full up again. All right, that's fine. Green's game is begging for a factory. I don't understand why they went harbor. This is baffling to me. Harbor instead of wharf or factory. Like, I don't understand these 2 guys going for harbors. I thought for sure they were going to go factories, or they were just going to start building big buildings. Like, you went for 3 quarries. You want to build stuff with those quarries. You need money, like, but now you've decided to ship? Like, it's incongruous to me. It's not how I would play. Now, am I a great Puerto Rico player? Do I know for sure what I'm doing? Not really. So, to be fair, maybe they're doing things. It's just, it doesn't fit my understanding of what should be going on. Factory harbor is strong. Factory harbor is okay, but they want a wharf. Look at all that corn. Exactly, George. They really want a wharf. The fact that this isn't a wharf is baffling. Like, they could... See, if I had... Like, for example, everybody, if Green built a wharf, Green should be spamming Craftsman every round and would be winning this game so easily. Like, who cares if you're crafting and everybody else is getting money from factories and they're all trading and they're building buildings? Every time you hit Craftsman, somebody's gonna captain and you just ship off 5 corn. Boom. I will hit Craftsman all day. That's fine. I'll make it work. Like, I will just ship for 40 points and not care. Corn is OP. Corn is very good. Corn's very good. I'm sad that I got so little corn this game, right? That's one of my big complaints. But I think my position's still pretty good here. But I think it's mostly because I disagree with a lot of the moves my opponents have made. I think my opponents have done a lot of bad things. Wow, nobody is crafting at this table. This is hilarious. They all refuse to craft, and I think it's killing them. Like, I think it's actually really bad for most of these players at the table, but, like, whatever. I'm going to build a small indigo plant because I have a guild hall, and this is great points. You think quarry is OP? I don't think quarries are OP. I really don't think quarries are OP. I think you want one quarry, but it's not overpowered. Like, these players have extra quarries, and I don't like their position. Like, I think quarry is only OP at tables like this, where people absolutely refuse to craft a bunch. I think a lot of Puerto Rico players are very bad at running shipping strats because they've been so ingrained not to spam the craftsman button. But if you put yourself in a good position where you can really benefit from captain moves, spam the craftsman button and win the game. Like, I'm going to need to stream some more Puerto Rico because I am very comfortable with spamming craftsman some games. It's just not this one. This one, I am confident that I don't want the game to have craftsman. I am doing so much better because everybody refuses to craft. But other games, I absolutely will just spam craftsman. You rarely would take 3 quarries. I completely agree. I think 3 quarries is very wrong most of the time. 2 quarries is sometimes correct. 1 quarry almost always. 3 quarries very rarely. 0 quarries very rarely. But, I mean, it depends. Lots of things depend, but... Anyhow, we did finally hit a craftsman here, and we are going to trade. Trading looks great for me. I'm going to trade my tobacco with my office. I will get to build another big building this game, which is going to be great for my points. Like, I'm very content with what's happening here. I mean, green is going to hit captain so fast again. But, oh wait, no, green can't hit captain. Wait a sec. Green chose trader? Oh wow, green chose trader to get money. Sure. Okay. Maybe there's no captain this round. I don't know what's happening, but whatever. You think the first quarry is so good, it's just one easy coin for the rest of the game? The quarry is definitely good. I'm not going to dispute that. No! Why make a corn boat? We don't want to help the corn guy. What do I want to do here? There's a chance that this becomes a coffee boat, but if I don't ship my corn, I'm not shipping my corn. Yeah, I'm just going to ship my corn. I don't care what else happens. I'm not going to get many shipping points this game. Really just trying to see there not be much shipping this game is really the dream, but it doesn't really help the corn guy that much. It's the small boat. Yeah, the corn guy's in some trouble here. Wow, wait, red didn't ship the coffee? Oh, red has a harbor. Red has a harbor. Okay, red has a harbor. Ship the sugar. Hit the sugar. There you go. Right move, green. Well done. Correct. Well done. All right, I get to ship again. This is great. You just remembered your first Puerto Rico game. Your neighbors to your left and right were so mad at me the whole game for taking the wrong plantations. Yeah, so Puerto Rico has a bit of... Puerto Rico has a little bit of, yeah, like, some players expect people to take certain actions too much, and it gets a bad rap for, like, being very scripted, which it is a bit scripted. I mean, there's some things that are kind of expected. But again, if you're playing at a mixed skill table, like, you have to expect players are going to do unusual things. Base Puerto Rico has such a defined meta. Well, see, that's what's... See, I don't actually agree with that. That's what's thing. Like... I actually disagree that base Puerto Rico is that defined. Like, this is a pretty strong table, and people are doing funky things. Like, it's... I disagree with the idea that Puerto Rico is... Like, I guess to be clear, Puerto Rico is still more defined than some other games, obviously. Wow, we actually crafted again. People have figured out they should spam the craftsman button. Red has figured out they should spam the craftsman button. Alert, alert, alert. People are figuring out what they're supposed to be doing. Bad news for us. Bad news, team. We're not in a craftsman stall anymore. We're not in a craftsman stall anymore. Purple has figured out that they built a harbor and a wharf and they need to hit the craftsman button. Not good. Not good. They figured it out. They figured out that they have a harbor and a wharf and they should just hit the craftsman button every round. We need the game to end. We need the game to end fast. This is no longer good. This is very not good. Very not good. We can't be having this. Can't be having this. Can't support this. Okay, I might not be able to ship, but I really don't want the harbor guys to have another boat. This clearly needs to be a tobacco boat. Absolutely needs to be a tobacco boat. Need to block, like, green and red a little. Hitting the craftsman button. Yes, heroic logic. To be fair, that's what green should have been doing a hell of a lot more. Like, these players should have been doing this a lot. I guess I didn't really block anybody much here. Maybe I wasn't actually. I should have thought about this more. Maybe that was actually the wrong thing to ship. Because I don't get to ship my sugar now, and they both got to ship their sugar anyhow. So maybe it didn't matter what boat I created there. Nah, it still has to be better as a tobacco boat than a coffee or indigo boat, right? Yeah, no, it's still significantly better for me that it's this type of boat. But yeah, there's some troubles here. There's some troubles here because now there's a lot of shipping happening, and I am very behind on the shipping points. Now I'm still gonna be ahead on the. I'm very much ahead on the. God, I hate this implementation of Puerto Rico for some of these things. Like this implementation's very old on BGA, and there's definitely a few things that are funky about it. Most notably, yeah, some of what just happened there. But all right, okay, so City Hall is the best one for me directly, but cutting the customs house out of the game might be the best move here. There are 71 victory point ships that have already been taken, and I only have 12 of them. So that means my opponents have 59. So on average, each of my opponents already have 20. It's possible just taking this for my own purposes is good, though. But red is going to definitely snap this customs house otherwise. Green's going to buy the residence, though, otherwise also. This is tricky. How do we win here? How do we win here? Do we take the building that we need for ourselves because it is 5 points? Or do I take the building that's probably only 3 points, but cuts other people's points? I probably don't know who it's hurting enough, but see, taking this building means that red and green get their preferred building. Oh, wait, green's not actually getting this. Oh, unless they first action builder, which they probably do first action builder. How much is this for me? It's 4 points. Yeah, it's just 4 points. I guess I could just take this as a 4-point building, but then, I mean, green's gonna get... this is awkward. My point, like, everybody gets more points if I take this, but maybe that's fine. I guess I'll take this City Hall. I don't know if this is correct. I could be losing the game on this decision here. Why not the shipbuilding? It's 2 less points for me. I might need those 2 points to win. These players have a lot of shipping on me. But I guess, yeah, I guess fine. I should take the customs house. I should take the customs house. It really reduces the points in the game. The City Hall is 1 point per commercial building. But the residence gets taken. All right, this worked out well. The residence got taken by red, so now green is going to wind up with... Yeah, this is great. I will absolutely mayor here. I need the big buildings to get manned, and I also really want to force this game to end. I'm not clear that this is actually helping the game end, but I definitely need to man my big buildings anyhow. Well, this could end the game. Wait, this could end the game. I should try to end the game here, right? There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's only 3 openings from my opponents, and then 4, 5, 6. I could create a 7th opening, but it's not really going to matter. Although I'm definitely not trading again. Whatever, I don't need this dude. We'll try to empty the boat a little more. Oh, we got down to 1. Oh my god, we got down to 1. My opponents did shift some stuff around, or I missed some openings. Oh, if only I had one more thing to move it on to. All right, builder gets taken first. I'm building a sugar mill. It's excellent for my guild hall. This large sugar mill is a lot of points for me. I'm one small building away from ending the game. I know. I know that there's still a coffee free. Yeah, the coffee is no good. I'm snapping the sugar mill. Snapping off this sugar mill. And then I'm hopefully captaining. I really want a captain before a mayor happens. Really want a captain before a mayor happens. I think I still win this game, probably. I'm not that far behind on average shipping, and I'm up a lot on bonus point. Well, not that much on bonus points, right? Now I'm up a decent bit on bonus points. This guild hall is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, an 8-point guild hall. I have 11 bonus points. I still might not be winning. 11 bonus points is maybe not enough. It's 34 plus 12 is a 46-point game. It's possible somebody outshipped me into a win here for sure. It's just not. It's going to be interesting. Captain does get taken, so that's good for me. I like Captain getting taken here. I will once again just Prospector. I think there's zero reason to do anything else. Yeah, Settler is what Green is going to take. Green has a residence, so they're going to want to settle. That's fine by me. They can settle. I'm just going to take tiebreaker resources. Mayor is a very bad idea here. Mayor would man Green's big building. Green doesn't even get to man their big building, so that's also excellent here. Green not getting to man their big ones. This seems like a low-scoring game. Players did dumb things, Gonzo. I think it is a bit of a low-scoring game. Like, people played very weirdly. I'm not happy about some of what happened, but really? Okay, Red have 18 shipping, not a concern. This is excellent, right? They're going to be close to me because of bonus points. 30 is scary, but they're behind me. Okay, I got this. I did get the win, but it was a very close game. It was a very close game, but I have the edge. I definitely was winning. But I mean, it was scary there at the end because they finally figured out they needed to ship in order to beat me. If there was more shipping this game, I would have lost, right? I wasn't in position in order to win via a bunch of shipping. But these players, these two were the guys that bought harbors, had corn plantations. These were the guys that were ready to ship a bunch, and they refused to craftsman. And that's really what caused them tons of issues, I think. They refused to craft. I built this early tobacco plantation, and then watching Purple rush out a tobacco right after that was unfortunate. These players took a little bit of effort to make sure I couldn't ship my tobacco or couldn't trade my tobacco early for money, so that was a bit unfortunate. And then, yeah, I was in this weird zone where I kind of got forced to do the builder game plan. I had to build big buildings, had to build buildings, even though I only had 1 quarry, and these guys had the 3 quarries, but like... Yeah, we got the win. This was good. Looks like I was the only one with a fully coherent plan. Yeah, I think that's kind of what happened here. I agree. I think I can point to mistakes my opponents made. Like, I would have played their positions a decent bit different, and I think I would have been better off for it. I think green and red really hurt themselves by not just hitting the craftsman button. Letting the craftsman build up so much during the mid game hurt both of them. They both built harbors. They have great production. They need to have an alliance where they're going to each hit craftsman and each hit captain each round. If these two just basically allied by hitting craftsman and captain each round, you know, we would have seen so many more victory points get depleted. I suspect that means they just win. Like, Green has so much shipping capacity here. They have a harbor. They have all these corn plantations. Like, they easily could have shipped more. These 3 quarries, I mean, they were used on 3 buildings, I guess, but and they have a construction hut. They bought a construction hut. So if you buy a construction hut, I guess taking these quarries makes more sense. And because you already have a lot of corn, you can afford the workers a little bit more easily. But I still don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Ultimately, I'm happy to get the win. I do think this this coffee is a very bad decision, though. This coffee from Green looks really bad. Like, if they could have just bought a big building earlier and actually got it manned, like, Green wins this game if they man this building. Like, if they get this building manned, they have 4 more points. Like, they lose because they don't get it manned. They needed a factory. Maybe that's also a thought. Like, they needed a way to make points, but their game position's not very well set for factory either. Well, factory's 2 points every time they craft, or two money every time they craft. Maybe that is enough. I don't know. It was an interesting game though. I'm glad that it was this kind of wild and wacky. Because yeah, I think that really forced me to have to kind of think through some of my moves and find not ideally what I wanted to do. So that was a good one. Now, will I actually do well at Puerto Rico at WBC? I have no idea. But will I even get to play Puerto Rico at WBC? I don't know. The schedule game is constantly fascinating at WBC. That's the other like big interesting thing. Well, I guess let's go look at what 2019 was like. Like, I don't even know if Puerto Rico will fit into my schedule well because they tend to play second weekend. Yeah, so like these heats that are on Friday and Saturday can be hard for me to attend, and then a semifinal, like maybe, but it'll be fine. You're surprised I don't like variable buildings in Puerto Rico? Okay. To be fair, I kind of like variable buildings in Puerto Rico, but it's the issue is like you need a bunch of players that all are gonna actually play it a decent bit. Because otherwise, you go through this annoying period of teaching everybody what all the buildings do again, and it's kind of obnoxious. But I don't dislike the expansion for Puerto Rico that much. But it's just tough. Again, like there are competitive formats that have emerged for a lot of games too, right? So I also tend to just like to play what the competitive formats are. So at WBC, they don't play with expansion. On BGA, there's some games with the expansion, but in general, no, people don't really use it. So it's kind of just like I play what other people play a lot. So you hate the mechanics of the expansion, you like have different building sets. Yeah, so again, that's what's tricky. Like I don't like some of the mechanics, right? I do agree that I like having some different buildings. Um, Puerto Rico, obviously, if we were to actually if we were to put out a revised edition of Puerto Rico, I would like to see some of the buildings changed anyhow. The university is obviously like costed incorrectly. That's not good. Large warehouse is also just like costed incorrectly. Like you just are not going to use that. That's not a building that's worthwhile. So, but yeah. All right. Let's go play a fast can't stop. Well, no, let's do a Yahtzee. I've been playing some can't stop, but I'm on a slightly annoyed with can't stop run where I had some really dumb games, which happens obviously. But I was up in the like, I was this season I was up in the upper 50s, and now I'm back down to like 138. I'll probably get back there, but we'll do a Yahtzee, and then I'll probably be heading off. I should go do other things after this. So, but yeah, it was fun to get a Puerto Rico in. I'm probably gonna try to play a St. Petersburg or two soon too. Try to get a bit more Agricola in. My opponent hits their full house out. I'm definitely rolling for sixes here. Oh yeah, there's a six. Come on, another six. All right. I'm just gonna take the three of a kind. I'm gonna hope for 4 6s later to make the top easier to hit. You're not terribly far off from requesting a game with channel points. You want to talk to me about what to request. You don't want to ask for something I'm just gonna be salty about the whole time. Yeah, no, that's fair. Hey, that looks like a large straight. I will take a large straight, obviously.
My opponent only has a single 4. That's weak. Yeah, that's not good. Did they just click the wrong thing? Earning 4 points with 4s is not good. This is an obvious roll for 3s. And I will take 4 3s up top. That gives me some flexibility with the 1s and 2s. It's a pretty not good 4 of a kind, so trying to hit the bonus, I think, is important. Again, I don't have a lot of Yahtzee strategy. Most of my Yahtzee insights are take a large straight if you get gifted one, and otherwise try to hit the bonus. That's most of my Yahtzee insight. So we're rolling for 5s in order to hit the bonus up top. It's as simple as it gets. I will take 3 5s. That's good enough. At this point, really, I just need 3 4s, 3 6s, and then my extra 3 goes in decent ways to making the 2s and 1s happen. I do need 6s up top still, so we're going to roll for 6s here. Woo, we're getting 6s. Come on, Yahtzee! No Yahtzee, but I will take the 4 of a kind up top. This makes the bonus like all but guaranteed up Yahtzee strategy equals roll better. I mean, that is like 85% of it, yeah. But okay, here's a slightly awkward position. I roll a bunch of 3s, but I really have nothing to do with them unless I Yahtzee off them. So I guess I'm just rolling for 2s. I guess I could also be rolling for a full house, though. Wait a sec. I have a chance at Yahtzee, I have a chance at full house, I have a chance at 4 of a kind. Yeah, screw it, I'm gonna go for that. Alright, we get a 4 of a kind. It's fine. You've just noticed I made some channel rewards probably ages ago. Oh yeah, that's been a couple weeks now. We had a bunch of new emotes and we had a bunch of new channel rewards. I should really update the emotes though. I had a few other things for emotes to make, but I never got around to them. Here we're rolling for 1s and or a full house. But it turns out we were rolling for 1s. It's fine. I still have a chance. I know I still have a chance. There is still chance. I just don't need it yet. It's fine. Roll for 2s here. Yeah, that's fine. Rolling for 2s. Come on, full house. There's a full house. Good. I called for it, got it. Got gifted. Nice. The bonus is guaranteed, basically. Correct. The bonus is essentially guaranteed, which is excellent. That's going to help a lot because it's very unlikely my opponent's getting the bonus here. I do still need a small straight, which, talking about that, I just rolled another large straight, so that's easy. So yeah, this is pretty one here. This is pretty one. 250 to compliment an opponent's game, 5K to stream a game. Interesting exchange rate. I mean, I wanted a reward where people could get it a lot. Also, the 250 to compliment an opponent's game is a really good thing to calibrate me when I get a little too salty at somebody, or I'm just ripping into somebody's game a little too much without needing to. Like that's a reward I'm pretty happy about. The 50K to stream a game is tricky because like they could pay 50K to make me learn the rules and play Arnak or something, or they could pay 50K to make me play Castles of Burgundy, which like, yikes. Say something nice about Red's game. So the best part about Red's game is that he really made sure to hit his full house and straights early. I think Red did a great job with that. Red's gonna have some obvious issues. Bonus wise, which they just took a 0. Also, Red should not have taken this 0 in Yahtzee. Red can't beat me without a Yahtzee, so like they really should only be worried about getting Yahtzee. That's the only way Red could actually compete with me here. So that's actually that's a pretty big mistake. 50K to play TI4. Yeah, so the problem with TI4 is that I am not, also to be clear, the limitations of what I will stream is I basically am not going to stream anything through Tabletop Simulator. I mostly don't like Tabletop Simulator, so I have very little interest in trying to make something like that work. I mostly want to stream on BGA. Too many hours of game. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, I do like some longer games. Like, I think both War of the Ring and, like, Star Wars Rebellion are quite good. But yeah, I'm not gonna be like streaming those. Like Le Havre and Caverna are quite good though. Like I maybe would get a brush out my tabletop simulator for like Caverna or Le Havre, but it's tough because I really don't like tabletop simulator for the most part. When you've played TI4, you meet up at like 8 a.m. and finish in the evening. You play with a slow group. Yeah, so I've actually never played Twilight Imperium. I'm guessing I don't like it, but I would like to. I'd like to try Twilight Imperium someday, but I definitely would want to play it with a group that's a little snappier. Like I totally understand it's going to be like a 6 hour game, but I'd really like to keep it to like a 6 hour game and not a 10 hour game. But we'll see. Have I played Grand Austria Hotel? I have played Grand Austria Hotel, not on Yukata, but I've played Grand Austria Hotel in real life, and I think Grand Austria Hotel is awful. As for the two-player Cold War game, Twilight Struggle is indeed the name of it. I have played Twilight Struggle a little, and it's fine, but I don't really love Twilight Struggle. I might like Twilight Struggle a lot if I played enough games to grind through all the cards and start to actually be able to predict what other people could be up to. But Twilight Struggle is not a compelling enough game to have made me get to that point. And so I think there is probably like a dozen or so games of Twilight Struggle I need to play in order to get to the point where I would start to really appreciate Twilight Struggle. And it's just not a compelling enough game to make me want to play those dozen games to get there. So, uh, you think there's a lot of aspects of Twilight Imperium that I would like? I agree. I think there's a chance that I would somewhat like Twilight Imperium. When are we going to see me playing chess? That's fair. I could play chess someday. I'm not great at chess. I'm better than, random people off the street, or I'm better than a lot of the Boy Scouts I used to play at summer camp. I played a ton of people and, basically never lost. So I was somewhat good, but chess has such a wide range of what qualifies as good. I will get smacked by anybody, remotely in the international master type category. I will probably get smacked by anybody who remotely like actually studies and plays chess frequently anymore. But yeah, I could play chess. And the thing is, like, do you play chess on BGA though? BGA has no way to detect engine players, and so there's a bunch of annoying engine players, which is no fun. So I would need to figure out where people actually go to play chess. I don't know where people actually play chess, but if I figure that out, yeah, maybe I would do a bit of that someday. Have I tried the Voyages Marco Polo? I've played Voyages Marco Polo once in real life. Also, really don't like it. Basically, that whole like, I think it's the Italian school of design where we use these dice, and they're like sometimes workers. It's all, yeah, I don't like any of it. But the last 4 times you play Twilight Struggle, you defcon suicided unintentionally. Nice. Polo ends too much. Chess is the one game you're decent. You're not playing BGA. You play chess on chess.com or lie chess. All right, there we go. So we've learned. Just play on chess.com. Easy. All right, good. I'll try that someday. Uh, a round longer is too loose for Marco Polo. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care about Marco Polo. Your opponent tried to defcon suicide accidentally in real life when you played Twilight Struggle your only time. Nice. Clans. I'm not really a fan of Clans of Caledonia. Clans is fine, but Clans has a few too many like fiddly things going on to the point where BGA is actually like a little too slick in my opinion sometimes, because it automates so much stuff that it makes it really hard for me to actually internalize what's happening. And I've never played Clans of Caledonia in real life. I think if I could play Clans in real life 2 or 3 times and really master all of the like what's actually happening behind the scenes, would help me a little bit. BJ is like a little too slick in how fast it does some stuff, and then I don't even really know what's going on. But beyond that, Clans has the bigger issue of I mostly don't know why I'm not just playing Terra Mystica. They're obviously different games. You're doing slightly different things, but there's a lot of similar strategy and tactical thoughts. So I would much rather just play Terra Mystica. But yeah, you've got it timed out for using links before, so you're playing it safe. Oh yeah, you can mostly use links on. I don't actually have. I actually don't. I don't have a Nightbot. I have nothing monitoring this, so you can post links. You can do stuff. It's fine. Clans is too arbitrary. The orders come out. Clans is less interactive. Clans is fun but lacks depth for you. It's way faster than Terra Mystica. Well, I don't agree with that. I do not agree at all with the idea that it's way faster. It's slightly faster, but barely. You used to work for chess.com. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll check out chess.com sometime. I would play some chess. Anyhow, I just want to go check out this quick claim that clans is way faster because my instinct is that it's very much like a 25-minute per player game still. 4 players, normal speed, 25 minutes a player. Feel pretty good about that estimate. So, is that a little faster than Terra Mystica? Sure. Is that much faster than Terra Mystica? I'm going to go no. Let's find out, though, just quickly, what does BGA claim Terra Mystica would be? It claims it would be the same thing. The same thing. So, yeah. Anyhow, chess is faster than Terra Mystica for sure, but not, or clans is faster than TM for sure, but not by that much. Okay, yeah. It's, I'm going to go with it's not, yeah, it's not really a difference. Anyhow, you got fact checked. You did, but no, it's fine. It's just basically what I see. That was I was interested. If Clans was a significantly faster game than Terra Mystica, I would be interested in rechecking it out. But my experience was that it was very similar to Terra Mystica, and that I was back to why am I playing this instead of Terra Mystica? And I don't have a satisfactory answer. If the answer was it was a lot faster, that would at least be an answer. But as is, I don't have a good enough answer, so it's fine. So yeah, I'm not playing a lot of clans. Again, I really don't know. I've partly become a curmudgeon. Partly have become a curmudgeon. Partly, I'm just not sure what games I want to dive into. Although Arnak keeps, it is possible I should dive into Arnak. I might like Arnak enough. Although, again, the problem is now the bigger issue is we're 2 months away from WBC, and I mostly just want to play WBC games in order to get prepared for tournaments. And I don't think Lost Ruins of Arnak got voted in. Yeah, it's an alternative event this year, so it's not happening, is what that really means. So maybe in a future year it gets voted in, but it's not being played this year. So that's a maybe later in my life thing, but. Terra Mystica is really faster. I just need to play bullets. Well, that's true. That is true. I can't believe where bullets came off to. To be fair, I was technically the guy that came up with the idea for bullets way back in the day. It was late at night. CS, me, and a few others were debating what to do, and I was like, I don't have time for a full game, but we could play Blitz Terra Mystica. And then yeah, the rules and ideas for Bullet came aboard, but I basically don't play much. I just don't play much Terra Mystica at the moment, which is fine. I will eventually get back to Terra Mystica, but it's been really nice having a break, to be honest. So I'm not sad. But anyhow, I've been blabbing out a lot. As always, it's good to chat with all of you. It's fun. Gonzo or whoever, if you are getting close to wanting to redeem stream a game thing, absolutely feel free to reach out to me via Discord on my channel or server or whatever. We can talk through it. I don't really know what it looks like. It was just a fun channel reward for people that have a ton of credits. I know at least one of my other friends in real life from my D&D campaign who doesn't really know what we're talking about. But I see that he is watching at the moment, so I'm pretty sure he's trying to build up to the 50,000 level also. So someday, who knows what I'll be streaming from that side of things. But yeah, I don't totally know how it looks. But yeah, we'll do it. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Basically, my limitations are preferably on BGA. Mostly, I'm willing to stream something that's 2 hours or less. But if you have real strong desires at other things that don't fit within BGA in 2-ish hours or less, you can talk about it, and we'll discuss how to make that work. So. Shouldn't I be playing on Play by Agricola then, as that is the same format as WBC? So the thing is, I don't really need Agricola practice. The format changes, sure. The card decks and the meta are slightly different, but I don't really think I need Agricola practice. I've played a lot of Agricola. I've gotten very good at Agricola. I've played a lot over on Play Agricola. I've played some of those formats. The other problem is, even if I go over to Play Agricola, the site is pretty. It's not dead completely, but it's definitely suffered ever since a decent number of us moved over to BGA. There's still games that happen, but not as much. But anyhow, bigger, more importantly,
generally people don't play base deck only on Play Agricola. They like the expansion decks. WBC mostly runs with whatever copies people bring. So really what I could do is I could grind a few games on my phone against the AIs. Not that AI helps that much, but I could at least familiarize myself with the decks a little more. But I really just don't think I need to. I think I'll be perfectly fine. Shouldn't I be prepared to play Splendor? So even though WBC definitely runs a Splendor tournament, I have zero desire to play Splendor. I want to play games at WBC that I enjoy. Splendor is not a game I enjoy. I don't have fun with Splendor. I think the idea behind Splendor is pretty fun. If Splendor actually could be won via engine building consistently, I'd be a lot more interested in Splendor. But because Splendor you win by not actually engine building, you ignore all of the fun, cool stuff of Splendor, and instead you do just the lamest shit in order to win Splendor. I don't enjoy playing competitive Splendor. Now, admittedly, 3-player Splendor apparently is a little bit more of a blend, and so in the later rounds of the tournament, they play 3-player. But the opening rounds are all 4-player games, and so you have to do the lame-ass, like, just accumulate gems, buy 5 cards, and win the game, and that's no fun. I have no fun with that. That's dumb. It's really lame. Tigris and Euphrates is on BGA and beta. It's at WBC. Correct. I could play a bunch more Tigris. Oh, did Tigris hit beta? Wait a sec. Did Tigris actually get released to beta, though? Is it not an alpha? See, if Tigris is actually in beta, then I could stream Tigris and show you how awful I am. No, it's still an alpha. Don't fact check you again. See, I'm sorry, I have to fact check you. I don't stream beta games, so that's the problem. I can't play Tigris yet. So, anyhow, we'll keep talking about this. I don't know what I'll be streaming again yet. As always, I do things. I have real life stuff, so who knows what's next. But playing on chess sounds interesting. So, Gonzo, I might bug you a little about that, actually. Because I'm assuming chess.com is pretty easy to understand how to work. But I might bug you a little bit anyhow, just for some specifics. And then maybe we'll watch me play chess and make an absolute fool of myself. It'll be great. Hit you up on Discord? Yeah, exactly. I might do that. But I'm going to head off for now. See y'all around. Later. It's been good.